Alright, welcome back. So it's time to continue with the main story. The game has been really good so far, and there has been a lot of updates in the last couple hours. No, the game does have some bugs, and the developers have addressed them. It will be fixed with time, ranging from performance, random crashing. I mean, my PC, for example, has that crash on the very start, which the developers have addressed. Hopefully that will be fixed. So it will be very interesting to see what the performance of the game will be when everything is fixed. But with that being said, time to continue with the main story. The story has been pretty interesting so far, and it definitely is starting to develop. So overall, it's been pretty fun. As in the previous parts, grab some popcorn, a drink, whatever you like to drink or eat while watching a movie or something, and relax. And let's see where the story goes.
I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal? I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So it was indeed absorbed into your body. The Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy. How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking. This is known as overclocking, and is categorized into 3 levels based on severity. The excess resonance energy harms both the resonator and their surroundings. In extreme cases, the excess energy can even manifest as destructive tacit fields. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal. You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body. I use that as a metaphor to express my speculation. If such a thing existed within you, scientists would be eagerly seeking to understand it. There are so many mysteries about you worth exploring. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. Means simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would.
Let me be your blade. Synchronization. Hey, ha! Ha! Deferent! Ha! 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 Transmitting frequency. Ha!
As Yotan had previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and you seem entirely unaffected by the Crownless's energy. We will temporarily boost your resonance ability for further testing.
No hesitation. All the sounds.
Let me be your blade. Synchronization.
Not the slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy. So it was not your resonance ability either. This mode will do another round to fully test your potential.
Let me be your blade. Tempest.
Swift and resolute.
Let me be your blade. Shape the shapeless.
Swift and resolute.
Let me be your blade.
We've gathered all the data we need. The test is ending soon. Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords?
Rover! Rover! Thank goodness! You're awake, Baiji. What happened just now? The connection was suddenly cut off.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? An enormous moon looming above you. Now, this reminds me of the unusual sightings that supposedly happened during a past war. This is the first time we've run into anything like this since we put the training ground into use. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. But we cannot guarantee that all abnormal frequencies were eliminated. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. You may have encountered one such manifestation. I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. Or perhaps they were lifted from your subconscious in the first place. I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. Not until we've run a thorough analysis on the data collected. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health. In fact, all the data look quite good, but if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
am Baizhi, a researcher at the Huashu Academy. Let me witness where...
Yotan and I will ensure your safety.
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test results?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It sounds different from a solid object. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon puzzle box. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there is a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. Automata mechanics isn't my field of study. I specialize in developing tacitite weapons, but the foundational theories behind these applied technologies are quite similar. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like. And no need to ask him. I can help you with this. I just need some time to think it over. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste. Well, since you've put it that way...
Rover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling. It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to concentrate. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed, you just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them.
mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place, though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. Rover? Please don't touch that. It's dangerous. Rover! Rover, I don't think we'll find what we need here. This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortifi. Mr. Mortifi, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the Lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena. And the Lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortifi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing, but it's falling out of daily use now. What kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries. The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it! It's located on the way shelf. Mao Cheng Si Wu Wei. Rover, it's here! If I remember correctly, Zhenzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Zhenzhou City Hall and Huashu Academy were built in the same year. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Zhenzhou's founding. And the formidable tacit discord described here? I believe it is the Crownless. There are two photos here. Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the Lament. But I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Zhenzhou was grueling. Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not. With tacit discords ravaging Zhenzhou and severing all communication with other cities, desperation ran high. Words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experimentation with a newly developed vaccine. We owe our presence here to those who came before us. It's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it a hero? Rover, about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover? I've only seen our magistrate once at the appointment ceremony, so I can't comment on her personality, but her policies have proven effective and greatly benefited us since she took office. Some believe that the remarkably far-sighted and profound decisions were actually devised by Councillor Changli due to the young age of the magistrate. You seem to hold Madam Magistrate in high regard.
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving the sundial's puzzle. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters. Or maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle, instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. The initial clues may simply be a test to... She needed to ensure that those who may come across these tokens without understanding their true meaning would not be able to use them for access. If it were you, Yang Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
Voyager said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Chang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chempi's head, causing him to take a tumble. Some dogs kept barking and have been scaring the passers-by, so I went there to calm them down. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the one they're searching for, though. Anyhow, I need to visit the person who reported the case tomorrow. Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. That's pretty much the update for now. It's the middle of the night. Course you're hungry. All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover? I have a vacant guest room in my house. And if you don't mind coming over...
Aren't you forgetting something, Yang Yang? Rover told us this morning that he's been offered a stay at the City Hall. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the City Hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow. Mrs. Panhua, good morning. 3 bowls of extra spicy noodles, please. What did I tell ya? Nothing beats a bowl of spicy noodles in the morning.
What do you say, Rover?
Looks like Voyager's locked herself in the lab again. Hasn't left since yesterday. Bet we won't see her till she's done with her research. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. We can tie you up at the Academy's entrance, and with just a few tugs of the rope, I bet every researcher will come running at you with Voyager leading the pack. Hook, line, and sinker. In case of an emergency, Rover, roll out. By the way, now that we've figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all that's left is that weird leaf and run-of-the-mill mangosteen, right? So it only took us 1 trip to the Academy to solve half of our problems. Either Rover's really smart, or Madam Magistrate was gonna make it easy for us to begin with.
What's our next plan of action, Rover?
As for the mangosteen, we got people selling these at the market nearby. We might find some clues there.
Mangosteens are not from Jinzhou. These fruits are usually brought in by boat. Should we start from the harbor? Do you think the token is guiding us outside the city? The access pass may be another hint. There are usually no checkpoints set up in the city besides at City Hall. A pass isn't required unless you have to leave the city borders.
Now why didn't I think of that? Gotta hand it to you, Yang Yang. It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need anything, all right, Yang Yang? I believe in ya!
Without a doubt. We Resonators can boost our combat abilities with special items. Our echoes can use them too. If you feel like it, head to Instructor Yan at the training camp for extra practice and to get these enhancement items.
Yang Yang, did you hear that? Is that someone crying and wailing?
That should be the Midnight Range's training camp. Let's not worry about it, Shizia. Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits. I heard he's pretty tough, but I think Rover can handle anything he throws at him. Defense at the city gate has been strengthened. It wasn't like this when we came back.
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is now off limits. What is your business, young lady? It's my 3rd shift and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to see you again. I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I can handle myself. Please, I need to go look for someone. I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back. Would you let me through?
Be that as it may, I cannot let you, given the current circumstances. My apologies.
Well, everything seems fine in the city. Are things really that bad on the front lines?
That's why we must stay vigilant, so people in the city can go on peacefully with their lives. Besides, General Gian is currently there at the Norfall Barons base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on every soldier, including the one you're looking for. We have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news. What's the point of staying here?
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I promised him, so I gotta give it my all. I understand your concern. I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though. I wouldn't be able to see you clearly.
Listen, nobody knows when the soldiers will return, and even if they do, you might not find the one you seek. It's a dangerous road ahead if you want to reach the front lines, and you don't even have an access pass. Your access pass has been verified. Just you two?
Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have agreed. Will it be an issue for you?
Well, it says you have the highest level of access, so no procedural issues here. Honestly, he could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Sure.
So you're looking for the relative of a veteran, and you believe he's in the Midnight Rangers camp in Desolated Highland?
Mm-hmm, exactly. According to what I've gathered, Mr. Zhang Ye's grandson is very likely in the Desolated Highland. Thanks to your help, I can finally leave the city to find him. Of course.
Sounds.
Storm, hear my command! Hey! Speeding up!
Strike these shadows. Cherish every gain. You don't look like soldiers. Why are you here? The frontliners are right up ahead.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the Midnight Rangers.
A missing person. Juyan. The one you're looking for. Is he an average person? Not a resonator, I suppose.
Yes. Have you seen him? Is he all right?
I met him once. He's not officially enlisted, but he seemed determined to join us. He's been secretly following our troops since last year. I think a quartermaster of the rear guards escorted him away, so if he's not in the city, he must be in the rear guards camp. He can't be anywhere else. The actual front lines are right up ahead, and we, the Midnight Rangers, would never allow non-servicemen to approach and risk getting killed.
Thank you.
Now, if you're heading that way, I have a request for you, my outrider comrade. On your way there, you should run into 2 detection beacons. They just went offline. Could you go check on them?
Sure, we will.
Great. I'll send the coordinates to your terminal.
Is that the beacon?
They don't look like soldiers.
Greetings. What might interest you here? It's dangerous.
Oh, nothing really. You see, we're just on our way south to the city.
Excuse me, about this detection beacon.
Run, everyone!
I can't move. So hungry.
Oh, please don't arrest us. We really had no choice.
What happened? Do you need help?
The battles are getting real bad up north, and we couldn't live there anymore. Figured we have to go back to the city. We ain't eaten in ages, and we're broke. Some of us can barely move, 'cause we're so damn hungry. Then we found some expensive-looking stuff here. Now that the military's out there fighting and nobody's really using these things, we thought it might get us a few pennies.
A damage detection beacon might result in a sudden TD invasion from the direction it covers. Our frontline troops would face attacks from both sides. Have you thought about the consequences?
We ain't got the time for that. If we don't steal, we'd starve to death before the tacit discords kill us.
You shouldn't be stealing public property. Please, return the parts. There's still some distance from here to Jinzhou City. Here, you can have my flatbreads. Oh, and here's some money. This should be enough for you to reach the city.
You're giving us all of these? Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you! Come over and say thank you before you eat.
It was nothing. Master once told me, the sage takes care of all men and abandons none.
Watch out!
A tough night, yeah.
I just helped you. Why did you attack us?
You're feeding us all with your bread and pennies. Hand over your goods and grub, or face the consequences. We ain't messing with no kids, but don't test our patience. Just do what you're told. Don't make it tough on yourselves, or you'll be lucky to leave in one...
We're begging you! Stop! We surrender! Take us in!
Why did you attack us when I already gave you food and funds? Do you have other mouths to feed, aside from what we see here?
They seem trained. These are not ordinary people.
Of course we're ordinary people. We just joined the exiles recently. We done some wrongs. Tried to run from the patrollers and left the city, but dang, didn't know the battles up north were so crazy. Our new boss ran out of food before we could even figure out the camp. Figured we'd be better off just to go back to the city and get locked up.
Then we ran out of food and cash halfway, so we turned to thieving. We ain't got the balls to rob the army, but with stuff just sitting around, why not? Hey, since you're being so generous, how about you throw a little extra cash our way? There's a bunch of us, some injured too. Your first amount ain't gonna cut it for us to survive.
Wait. What I gave them was enough for them to make it to Jinzhou even when they are so many. I used to travel alone when I left my master. I know how much it takes for someone to survive.
Hey, what's wrong with you, girlie? It won't hurt to give us more.
Pain comes with coveting. He who knows he has enough is rich. It was only meant to sustain you long enough for you to reach the city.
You don't understand, girl. You don't make money very easily in a time like this. If we can't find jobs in the city, we're gonna starve again.
I came from a seclusive place, learning the ways of the world from scratch. It's been a hard time, but even I have managed to make a living with my own hands. If you really can't find any job in the city, come to Liuxian Tea House and ask for Jian Xin. I will gladly help you search for jobs and work alongside you.
Fine. We'll go. Hurry, move, let's get out of here. I'm not listening to this lecture anymore.
No, I wasn't trying to... Wait. Please put that down.
Quite the sharp eye you got. Fine, here you go.
Is this the only detection beacon you messed with?
Heck yeah. The first one we were trying to steal and you bumped right into it.
Really? Then why does that one over there seem broken too?
That ain't got nothing to do with us. It's been that way for ages. Plus, we ain't ever reaching it with all those thorns.
I see. You may leave now. The military's base is not far from here. Shall we fix the beacons before going?
茨で塞がれて茨で塞茨で塞茨で塞がれている。どうにか茨を取り除いて信号灯を直さないと。この茨力ずくではちぎれないようだ。周りに何か使えるものはないか。
関心さん、平気ですか？
ヒンドーが戦場に出るのは初めてだ。城内との雰囲気が全く違う。
今日届いた物資を確認しましたが、足りません。全然足りません。再度城内と連絡を取り、できるだけ早く追加の物資を要請してください。
しかし申請はまだ。
城内に大至急手続きを進めてもらいましょう。たった1秒の遅れが前線を崩壊させます。あいつらはそんなことにも気づいてないの？はい、リストをお渡しします。いざとなったら直接私と連絡を取るように伝えなさい。ではお願いします。もたもたしない。まだ運び終わってない物資もあるでしょ。どちら様でしょうか？増援の方ですか？ああ、予期軍の方ではないようですね。
予期軍の東博所属のヤンヤンです。そしてこちらは
すみません、少々お待ちを。気をつけなさい。この箱に入っているのは全部医薬品よ。もし怪我人が使える薬がなくなったら誰が責任を負うの？丁寧に扱いなさい。東博ならば増援ですよね。ちょうどよかった。すぐまた前線から負傷者たちが帰ってくるので、ちょっと失礼。もしもし。オーバークロックした共鳴者がいる？わかりました。すぐ移動してください。私が対応します。お願いです。手伝っていただきたい。負傷者を世話する人手が足りません。私は今からオーバークロックした共鳴者のところに向かわなきゃいけないので、そちらをお願いしたい。
具体的に何をすれば？
彼らの安全を確保してほしい。治療はプロに任せて。ありがとう。
軍隊というのはこんなに忙しいのだな。息をつく間もない。
これが後方支援です。前線の戦士たちは命令に従い敵を打ち倒すことに専念すればいい。それに対し後方の人員は考慮しなければならないことがたくさんあります。物資、医療、点検、人手、管理。後方の綿密なサポートがあって初めて前線が機能しているのですよ。
なるほど。戦場はこんな厳しい場所なのか。知らなかった。
大半の方は知る機会がありませんからね。むしろそれが普通かもしれません。それに人々が心配や恐れを抱かず安心して生活できるようにするというのも軍隊が存在する意義ですので。
大丈夫か？医者を呼ぶか？
大丈夫。少し息苦しいだけで平気だ。
やっぱり呼んでこよう。
だからこんなのかすり傷だって。俺は戻る。
落ち着いてください。出血が止まっていません。
大したことねえよ。腕一本なくなったぐらいじゃ俺は止められねえ。してねえよ。俺の共鳴能力は自分で傷口を癒す。ただ今回は少し時間がかかるだけだ。治療は俺より必要なやつに回せ。
動かないでください。あなたは危険な状態にあります。落ち着いてください。お願い、この人を押さえつけて。
わかった。
手伝ってくれてありがとう。少し休んでもいいですよ。
ひどい怪我だ。
心配しないでください。全員処置は終わっています。そのうちまた戦えるようになりますよ。それにしてもキエン将軍が予期の制度を改正して以来、負傷者の数は大幅に減りました。先輩方の話によると以前の軍隊には一般人も多くいたそうで、その頃の戦場では死体が散乱し血が川となり、辺りには雨でも洗い流せないほどの血の匂いが漂っていたらしいです。今の方がずっとマシですよね。それに一つ一つの傷はたくさんの敵を倒した証です。予期軍の共鳴者は皆一騎当選の強者。こんなにたくさん傷を負ってしまったのはきっと想像しきれないほどの敵を倒したってことなんですよ。
国を助け民を救い主情を再度する。予期軍の戦士と比べればヒンドーが成したことなどまだ足元にも及ばないようだ。
そう卑下なさらないでください。とにかく今日は手伝ってくれてとても助かりました。だいぶ負傷者たちも落ち着いたようですね。別の用事があるのであればもう行っていただいて大丈夫ですよ。
一つだけ伺いたい。軍需官はどこにいる？
軍需官ならここの上層部で調度品の配給をしているはずです。彼を探しているならそこのエレベーターから上に行くといいですよ。
漂白者さん、どうしましょうか？
これは道場でも使われている栄養補助のレシピだ。負傷者の回復に役立つかもしれない。ぜひ受け取ってくれ。
はい、ありがとうございます。
在庫の確認は？備品リストは？消耗品の集計を早急に。通信経路も点検もまだ。正月、このリストを上層部のアシツのところに届けてくれるか？あなた正月じゃないですね。正月はどこ？何か用事でも？
失礼します。私は予備軍所属東博の一員。こちらは漂白者さんと人探しをしている関心さん。
金堂は先に人探しに向かうが、後ほどまた漂白者殿ヤンヤン殿と合流したい。
これはどういうつもりだ？ああ、私としたことが手榴弾と間違えて。これはマンゴスチン。数十年前、悲鳴により全世界が技術劣化と資源不足に陥った時に使われていた古い兵器です。黒石武器の開発も始まってはいたのですが、人々の黒石に対する認識はまだ不十分で、過去の兵器と融合させたものがたくさん作られました。手榴弾もその一つです。今は黒石武器の研究が進んで、そういった兵器の出番も大幅に減りました。
人探しの調子はどうですか？
チエン殿を見つけた。彼はこれから副派の物資輸送隊に同行して城内に戻り、総合じいさんのところに帰るつもりらしい。チエンは純朴な心の持ち主だ。祖父の影響を受け、軍のために自分も何か力になりたいと考えている。ヒンドーは漂白者殿、そしてヤンヤン殿と道中見聞きしてきたからこそわかる。今この瞬間もすぐ前方にある戦場は、これまでに見たどの光景よりもはるかに過酷な場所だ。この世の全ては戦争によって変えられ、戦争によって苦しんでいる。下の道は森にある。中の道は町にある。上の道は戦にある。養父師匠はそう言っていた。だからチエン殿の思いも理解できる。チエン殿の考えは、良きに加わるために厳しい訓練や試験は必要ない。戦場では共鳴者かどうかの区別は必要ないというもの。しかしヒンドーはチエン殿の言葉にも一理あると感じてしまったので、言葉にて説得することはできない。そこで師匠の教えを思い出した。ヒンドーが何か行うたび、師匠は試練として組手をしてくれたことを。ヒンドーはただ、かつて師匠が組手を通じて教えを説いたように、チエン殿に伝えてあげたいのだ。なあ、漂白者殿、ヒンドーは勝つべきか、それとも負けるべきか。虚にして屈せず、動けばいよいよいず、多言なればしばしば窮し、中を守るにはしかず。確かにそうだった。その考えはもっともだが、すぐ見破られてしまった。組手の後、チエンは共鳴者と一般人の差を身で感じ、自分が戦いで役に立つという理想はあくまでも机上の空論だと悟っていた。自分にできることがあったとしても、それは自分に言い聞かせるための暗示に過ぎない。敵を倒すにはまず自分が強くなる必要がある。漂白者殿とヤンヤン殿はまだ用件があると聞いているが、後ほど暇があれば六千茶屋を訪ねてくれると嬉しい。二人に助けられたこと、生涯忘れない。
関 関心さんについては予想外の出来事でしたね。今回マンゴスチンが戦争を指していると分かりました。果たしてレイイン様はこれで何を伝えようとしているのでしょうか。漂白者さん、何か思いついたのですか？つまりマンゴスチンの意味は、今週の戦争の要キエン将軍ということですか？ここはまだ後方ですが、すでに風から殺戮の気配を感じます。緊張、不安、一体前線で何が。
待つのみ。さあ、行くぞ。これでどう？遅い。風に乗れ。どこにてうがつ。これでどう？止められるものか。交代はしない。これでどう？風に乗れ。やあ、行くぞ。平気だ。これでどう？風に乗れ。これでどう？反撃の時だ。行くぞ。恐れなし。
どうかしましたか？どこか具合でも？びっくりしました。突然声をかけても動かなくなったので、一体何が起きたのですか？
視界が残像のものになって北楽の原で起きていることが見えた。
赤い服、残像長を操る不落と死です。本当に空間を超えて戦場を感知したようですね。この戦場はある異変の予兆のようですね。あるいは北楽の原から伝わっている流れ息がいつもより不気味な感じがします。漂白者さん、今この時あの戦場はあなたと何かつながりがあるはずです。残像と共鳴したのでしょうか？漂白者さん？
白紙は葉っぱに残像の周波数が残っていると言っていた。最後の印が示している場所はあそこだ。
そちらは中部大地吉村の方ですね。時には少し休んでノートを見返す。そうすると風から読み取れる情報がより鮮明になり、絡まった思考も解きほぐされるんです。漂白者さんもやってみますか？
歴史を感じる。行こう。
この身を刃に打つが同調。せい
行くぞ。これも音の力だ。これは予想外。